Father Ari Damaskos is with us on the Talk Back this evening, and we usually talk to you about not only the Greek festival, but different Lenten celebrations. Today, though, something great to celebrate, a new book you put together, Keeping the Light Burning. What is inside? What can people expect?
Well, Sean, it is Keeping the Light Burning. It's daily meditations from Easter to Pentecost. And every day there is a reading from the New Testament, from the Gospels and from the Epistles, and a little reflection called the Spark for the Day. And the reason I did this was that there is so much material getting people ready for Lent. And as soon as Easter comes, we're in that mode and we're excited. But then about 3 or 4 weeks after Easter, we get back into our old habits, and there is nothing to keep us going. And so I wrote this with that intention to help us keep the light going, the light, of course, being the resurrection light of Christ.
Mm-hmm. Was it difficult putting all this together? I mean, it's going to be a lot to put together and a lot to find through. Was that a difficult process?
It was over about 3 or 4 years I did this, and I'd work on it a little bit, and then I'd stop, and I'd work on it, I'd stop. And then finally, last year I was somewhere where it just happened, all of the circumstances changed while I was at this destination, and I was just stuck in a room. So I just sat there and wrote, and I finished the first draft of it, and then it just kept going.
When you talk to people, and you have discussions with people about their faith all the time, what's the biggest difficulty for people these days?
Well, I think, of course, you know, the economy, the state of the world, and, you know, sometimes we just have to just realize that God is bigger than everything in all of this, and there is a way that He's going to be there to hold us and get us through these situations. Sometimes when we're going through it, we don't realize it, that He's always holding us, and it's at the end, when we look back, we say, oh yeah, He was there. And, you know, I always, you know, try and, when I hear people say that God doesn't give you more than you can handle, I tell them, no, God's not giving you this, He's holding you to get you through this. And so that way, because sometimes we might think that God's a vengeful God and He's causing this for some type of punishment, or He doesn't like us, and then it kind of distorts that whole relationship.
But that's got to be a difficult message for people. I mean, if you have a family and mom and dad have lost their jobs and the family's struggling, if you try to tell them, well, in a couple months this will all make sense and you'll look to God in different respect, that's got to be an awfully difficult message for somebody to understand it and to believe, actually.
It is a difficult message. And, you know, that's why, you know, we continue to help them, you know, however we can. We talk to them, you know, if they need support in whatever way. A lot of times people won't come to us for support because they're proud, and, you know, they don't want that, and we don't want to hurt their dignity. But we just have to do that encouraging and let them know it's going to get better.
Yeah, hopefully it does.
It does.
So the book itself, people can pick it up at Holy Trinity?
Yes, from 9 to 5, $16.99. And if you want to get it online, you could do so. Rather, you could get it shipped to you, and that's $5. But call the church office at 243-9189, and someone will be glad to help you there.
Will this also be good for somebody who maybe is having struggles with their faith in general? I mean, obviously it's good for people that have strong faith to continue it, but for somebody who's having a struggle, do you think this kind of could reaffirm things for them?
Yeah, I think this book can cover a multitude of areas for a lot of people. And even if you don't sit there and read it day by day, if you want to pick it up and read it a little bit here, this day, a little bit there, there's a message you'll get in it.
All right, well, we thank you for your time and the wonderful work that you've done. We appreciate it. And that's your Talk Back.
Thanks.